Welcome to the new normal, it's not normal. These days, thinking for yourself, not normal. Media created constant state of paranoia. Got the world locked down, now we acting like it's normal. Welcome to the new world order. Agenda 2030 got them locking down the border. Mass insurrection, DNA collection. Big tech companies bringing chaos out of order. Bill Gates, vaccinate the black race. SMA snatching your freedoms right in your face. Illegal immigration, N-words getting replaced. New iPhones got you contact trace with GPS tracking. We all from Chicago, just got caught lacking. Supreme Court uses cause they about to start packing. And Dominion vote machines got Hugo Chavez backing. Make the rules different for them, different for you. Like Debo say, do what I say, not what I do. Blocking out the sun and buying all the food. False flags and pandemics cause they about to starve you. CNN is fake news. ABC, CBS, NBC2. Mainstream media, Mockingbird 2. Guess who the joke's on? You. Welcome to the new normal, it's not normal. These days, thinking for yourself, not normal. Media created constant state of paranoia. Got the world locked down, now we acting like it's normal. Welcome to the new world order. Agenda 2030 got them locking down the border. Mass insurrection, DNA collection. Big tech companies bringing chaos out of order.
I just, when I was listening to that, I just was really thinking about what it is that I'm saying. And I was also really taken aback when we was in the last segment and we were talking about art and how Alice Bailey wanted to really push debasing of the art and how, that affects the people. And it led me to where I already was going throughout the week. Y'all Queen has released a new album. Y'all love that Queen. What's her King Beyonce or whatever it called itself right now? Because I don't know if she the Queen, the King, or whatever she talking about. But that her album came out, and it's really disturbing. It's really disturbing to say the least. And it brought me to a real question: why do we allow people who do the opposite of what they tell us to do to influence us to do things that are self-destructive and that destroy our, certain parts of our life? First of all, we thinking about a middle-aged woman at this point. We know that y'all worship her and, it's cool. It's cool. Y'all worship her. It reminds me of Greek, in the Greek times and Roman, how they used to worship. They used to go to these different temples and they used to make sacrifices and do all this worship of these different idols and gods and goddesses and stuff like that. And I'm really, really starting to look at it and understand it, because I would think, who would do something like that to an inanimate object? But I can see it now, and just because they're not inanimate, they still being worshipped. But nevertheless, these people tell you she's a middle-aged woman with a family, and she tells you to do everything opposite of having a family, and they really lowered it in your face too. I was thinking about one of her songs, right? And she was like, "I'm fresher than you," and I couldn't help but laugh, because I was like, this woman, y'all giving her all y'all money, and then she turned around and said, "I'm fresher than you," right in your face. And I just really had to look at it. Cardi B, she get up there, she say, "I don't cook, I don't clean," and some other foolishness that she say after that. But then we get videos of her cooking and cleaning, and she don't even let her children listen to the music that she makes. That's very telling. We're allowing ourselves to be manipulated by people who may be what we call useful idiots. They might not even know, because a lot of times they don't write this stuff. I know Cardi B don't write her stuff. And I don't know, sometimes Beyonce may, I doubt if she write the majority of that stuff. And let's just be frank. She might have wrote that Break My Soul, because I think a lot of that stuff is not even words. It's not even yada, yada, yada. I say, wow, that was Beyonce. She wrote that. But let's look at the one of the songs that she did. It was called, what is it, Church Girl? It's really sad. We sitting here and allowing these people to really manipulate us and laugh at us. They making all this money and destroying our homes. But this the church girl song, right? It's a drop it like a thotty, drop it like a thotty. I said pop it like a thotty, pop it like a thotty. Set up, drop it like a thotty, drop it like a thotty. Church girls acting loose, bad girls acting snotty. Let it go, twerk that A like you came out the South. And it's just go on and on. It go on and on, but it's really pushing a negative image of the church, and it's actually putting out a message to young church girls. Why are you even talking to them? Why are you talking to them? For real, you got all them gay people, you got all these different people that really listen and buy your music. Why are you talking to the church girls? If you a young girl, please don't listen to that stuff. Like, and I know it's hard because y'all love this girl, but like at the end of the day, what I'm starting to see is the destruction don't only look like drill music. A lot of times, if it ain't talking about killing, if it ain't talking about drugs, if it's not talking about certain stuff, that we don't deem it to be poison, that we don't deem it to be destructive. But this woman, on more than one occasion, on multiple albums, over and over again, she has disrespected. She has disrespected God. She has disrespected the Bible, talking about putting Bible pages in her vagina and no church, no Bible. And I mean, she just over and over again has let us know that she has a disdain, or whoever is in charge of her has a disdain. But if she's saying that she in agreement, how can two walk together unless they agree? She is telling us very clearly and very plainly that she has a disdain for things of God and Christians and Christian people, and to the point where now they are blatantly trying to corrupt our young church girls, telling them to drop it like a thotty, and it's just so much other stuff that she's saying there. And when we look at when Kanye West made Black is King, Jesus is King, and she turned around and made Black is King. You know what I'm saying? It was all that stuff talking we don't need Jesus, and it's just blatant. It's very clear. It's very clear. So at this point, I just really want people to understand that it ain't just the violence. It ain't just the stuff. It's the stuff that's satanic. Whatever God say, if it's saying the opposite, it's satanic, and it should be discarded. It should be thrown out. It should not be accepted. I'm borderline about to call this woman a witch because that's manipulation. She is literally manipulating the minds of our young girls. They aspire to be like her, but no, they aspire to be like she is in her music, but not aspire to be like she is in her life. Her husband cheated and everything. She took him back, but she tell you to get rid of yours. She, on that song Break Your Soul, she like, I quit my job. She ain't quit her job, but your dumb self about to quit yours. I know it's a bunch of you idiots that quit your job because she done said something. Real talking, if you quit your job because Beyonce said do it, you're an idiot. You idiot. These people are playing games with us, man. Well, y'all, because I don't go for it. I don't listen to none of this stuff. Only time I listen to it to do research so I can warn y'all of the things that's coming ahead. But this woman, she is not. I remember on she had a song. They had a song. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. They said I'm not gonna compromise my Christianity. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Why are you sticking Bible pages in your vagina, miss? What is that about? What is that about? Like, that just let me know that these times that we live in are getting a little bit hectic, it's getting a little crazy, but I just want, we supposed to be wise as serpents or as harmless as doves. It's time for us to wise up. Time for us to get smarter. Time for us to get crafty. Time for us to pay attention and understand that these things are dangerous. Keep on saying, oh, it's just music. It's just music. And your daughter going to be on OnlyFans dropping it like a thotty. That's what she said, right? Your daughter going to be on OnlyFans dropping it like a thotty. Mark my words. So if you don't want to step in, if you don't want to start to really pay attention to what it is that these children are listening to, and adults, because it ain't just children that are being manipulated by this stuff. I have a natural affinity to want to protect the children. But it's not just the children. It ain't good for adults neither. It ain't good for your 40-year-old self or your 30-year-old self or your 20. Don't listen to that crap. And it might sound good. And even more, I saw a different theme the more I started to pay attention to this music. And it's starting to really lead society into a rainbow vibe. That whole joint, that whole song, that whole CD, it got the doom, 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 oonch, oonch music, oonch, oonch, oonch. That music right there, a certain group of people like listen to that in these different places. I bet you heard that oosh, oosh, all through June. So if you can't smell what I'm cooking, then your nose broke. I'm telling you, like, this stuff is going to usher us and to destroy us. Like, pass the gas, and used to say that when I was young up at Edgewood. Pass the gas, and you say the two things that really is going to bring the most destruction to the black race is crack and rap music. And I could not, for the life of me, I'm like, he just hate me. Oh, he was right. He was absolutely right, because rap gave birth to gangster rap. Rap gave birth to drill. Gangster rap also gave birth to whore rap, whore hop. That's what I call it, whore hop. Because they going to turn a generation of our women, our little girls, our precious little girls. I look at my daughters, man, and I thank God that I'm here. You know what I mean? Because I ain't going to let my daughter, like, I'm going to go all the way to keep my daughters off the pole by putting Jesus in them early, by teaching them how to understand God, how to have a relationship with God, how to pray for their own self, how to go to God when they need him and have a relationship. You teach them the way to go when they're young, they come back. If they go, they might not even go, but they might. And when you put God in them, they come back. But these parents, these households don't have nobody with God in them. So if we don't say something, and we don't really just call it like it is and really had the courage to stand up against the queen and the beehive, if I was known, the beehive would be coming at my neck. And y'all, nobody know me, so it don't matter. But even if they did, I'd say what I'm saying. Because I ain't scared of a bunch of people that living in their mama basement banging on the keyboard somewhere. You can't hurt me with your little words. At the end of the day, real persecution is coming, and somebody might want to take my head off one day, and I'm going to die well. So I'm not worried about no beehive, no G-hive, no Navy, none of that stuff. Because at the end of the day, our generation of women are being misled and attacked. And even now, they just aiming their sights at the church girls. It's amazing. Speaking of protecting our women, we had this guy that decides to dress up or call herself a female. It said Transgender Chili booted from camp for allegedly choking a female who mocked her. Let's talk about it. So if you haven't noticed over time, like over the last couple of, maybe over the last 5 years, maybe 5 to 10 years, we have been hearing these words, hate speech. That goes back to when we was talking about Alice Bailey and how they shift and manipulate words. Hate speech. So they wanted to now make those two words the equivalent of violence. So if you say something that's considered hate speech, they now consider that an act of violence, being they being attacked with real violence because you say words that are deemed hate speech. So what the little girl did, the little girl told the transsexual that he shouldn't be in here because he got a penis. We in here in this locker room, he shouldn't be here because he got a penis. Well, the transsexual said, I had to defend myself. So the transsexual physically defended himself against the girl because she said with her mouth that you don't belong here because you got a willy. You shouldn't be around a bunch of young girls with your wiener out. You should not. And I'm telling you, like, I'm just going to keep it real. Like, it's no way possible for any of my children, any of my female children to be in the locker room, and I'm just going to stand by. But a bunch of y'all going to stand by. Y'all ain't going to do nothing. A bunch of y'all, I'm just going to say it, a bunch of y'all ain't going to do nothing about nothing. It's my job to say it, but you ain't going to do nothing. You see, I'm looking, a lot of times I look all over the place, but I'm looking right at this camera. I'm looking right at this camera right now Because deep down, right in your heart, a lot of y'all know y'all not gonna do nothing about nothing. Y'all scared to say something. I watched this, it was a TV show, I guess whatever you call it, it's a podcast. It's this white lady, I don't know her name. The white lady is up there defending men, and she's just like coming out and just chopping feminism to pieces.
Yeah, I've been checking her out.
She been chopping feminism to pieces. She got all these clips. She been getting to it. And I watched the men on the show. So you got this white woman up there saying what she gotta say. She's saying what she gotta say. And she's saying stuff that's against the status quo. She's saying stuff that ain't politically correct. She is up there saying what she gotta say. And I watched the men when they try to chime in and speak with her and after her, and they make all these concessions. Well, I ain't saying this, and I ain't saying that, but I'm saying this. I ain't saying. You can't even say what you saying because you so busy trying to make sure you don't offend nobody.
That's right.
Because they got you censoring yourself because you don't want to do some hate speech. Well, by George, sometimes hate speech need to be hate. And I don't mean that we hate, but we are not dictated to and controlled by what we can say out of our mouth. You can't tell me what I can say out of my mouth. If you got a penis, you a man. It ain't no such thing as a woman with a penis. It's a man with breasts. Because if you got a penis, you a man. I'm not even on that topic. I'm just basically using that as an example to show you that logic has left the building. Logic has left the building. We have now been indoctrinated and been beat down so much that we can't even say things that 10 years ago was a given. 10 years ago was a material fact. Now we are censoring ourselves because we don't want to say something that's hate speech. And I'm going to tell you soon what's going to happen. Prophetic. Now I'm being prophetic. What's going to happen now, you censoring yourself now. Soon, it's going to be so hard to censor yourself and to say something without offending somebody that people are going to start to be really mostly silent. And then too, even though you trying to follow all the rules, even though you trying to follow all these rules and all these protocols, you trying not to say this and trying not to say that, you're going to say something, you're going to cross the line, you're going to get bombarded, and now they're going to cancel you. You're going to be canceled because you was unintentionally broke the rule. It's getting weird. Like all this stuff remind me, if you haven't read this, and I'm sure most of my audience probably hasn't, because it's an old book. 1984, George Orwell. All the stuff that we see happening right now is in that book. It's called 1984. They got a movie. They got a black and white movie. They got a movie on Netflix. They got books. I beseech you, brethren, to read this book. Or a lot of y'all don't read because a lot of people in this society, in this generation, don't read anything. Like I see when I'm looking at comments on posts, I look at comments on posts. If it's more than 3 sentences, people like, I ain't reading all that. I be like, really? Like, I ain't reading all that. They got the attention spans of pigeons. That's why I only make 2-verse songs, because ain't nobody listening past the 3rd verse because their attention span's been took. Y'all don't got no attention spans. It's cool. It's cool. I ain't mad at you.
Could I ask you something, brother?
Go ahead, bro.
Now, you mentioned something about, say, Beyonce.
Yeah.
And I was just going to say that connected to what you were saying before. And this is just my perspective. I think our failure to unify and not having nothing for ourselves have put our community in a bad situation. Like, we look at our people as rich. So when we look at them, we see it. We see Cardi as powerful. We see Beyonce as powerful. But their power is like, it's like a pebble compared to the real power to control things. And I really believe that the only way, my personal belief is the only way we're going to change any of this is to actually get something of our own. Until we get something of our own, they're going to be manipulated by the system that pays them. That's just my
yeah, for sure. I understand that point of view, and that's actually correct. Like, but my whole thing is we gotta walk away from the beast system. Period. Like at the end of the day, and that's why we're a Christian show. We speak from a Christian perspective. When we put Christ in the place where all this other stuff at, then their money they can't buy me. Like it's no money that they could give me to make me get up there and rap the stuff I used to rap. I can't do it because I'm not gonna send my people that's coming behind me and these young brothers, I'm not gonna send them to that joint. And I don't want their money. I don't care. I get my own money, and if I don't get my own money, God bless it. I'm gonna die and go and be where I'm gonna be. Because at the end of the day, we do have to get our own stuff though, and I agree with you wholeheartedly, but we gotta clean out our own hearts. This is a heart issue. Because I don't care how many people say no, it's always gonna be that one coon that's gonna sell out the whole race for an extra buttermilk biscuit. He gonna get up there and rap about and sing about the worst stuff for a buttermilk biscuit because we don't have any integrity. We don't have any integrity. We don't have any love. We don't have any of that stuff because when it comes to a couple of dollars that's being debased, our money is actually about to be worth zero, but you out here risking your life for it. It's falling. The U.S. dollar is falling every day, faster and faster, but we willing to go and sell out our whole race for a couple of dollars. We willing to go sell our own soul for a couple of dollars. And that's what we doing. But that guy, he literally choked. And I want y'all to know, if y'all can say something in the comments, y'all can do something. What would y'all do if your child, your female child, is in a sports team and in a camp, and then they let a boy who really just got some type of hair or whatever he got, or they don't even got to do that because they could be fluid, but they let a child with a penis in the locker room with your daughters. What would you do? Y'all can put it in the comments. Also, I wanted to say something. A lot of times I was trying to tell people about, you know, the jiggity stick. I was trying to tell people about the new normal, about the poker. What's the name? I don't know what to call it. The poison death shot. Yeah, all right. I was trying to tell people, huh? Yeah, the vacation, the Fauci, the Fauci. I was trying to tell people about that joint, man, but a lot of people didn't really understand because they got to fear death. That's another reason why it's good to really have revelation on who Jesus is, have good revelation on what it is that you believe. Because if you're a Christian, if you believe in this stuff, then you should believe that you should never have a fear of death. Because to be absent of the body is to be present with the Lord. So we should never be afraid to die. But we also believe that Jesus is healing. Healing is a person, just like love, just like truth, just like it's Jesus. So if we really believe this stuff, and we believe it wholeheartedly to the point where we can demonstrate it, because I'm not a fan of just talking out and throwing words out because during the whole pandemic, we had service every week and never closed. We never closed. So that lets you know something. And I let people come into my house and come into our gathering place, and we had food and we ate and we had children and we did all that stuff during this time. So I'm not speaking from a person who hid in his bunker. I'm not speaking like a bunch of you cowards that shut the door during COVID. You took these people money all the time, and then when the thing happened, y'all shut the door. I ain't talking about like y'all, because y'all was cowards, and you could repent, but until then you a coward. I was telling y'all this, and a lot of y'all succumb, y'all bow down to the throne of Fauci, y'all bow down to the throne of Pharma, and what end up happening, y'all got that poison death shot. Y'all got that poison bio weapon inside your body right now. But it was a lot of teachers that did not. And it was a lot of teachers that did. Long story short, we got over, how many teachers? We got a shortage on teachers right now. Because a lot of the teachers either got the thing and died or had problems, or they didn't get it and they lost their job. So I just wanted to say it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough moving forward. So, you know, it's now time for us, if you Christian and you believe in the stuff that we believe in, it's time for you to actually bring your kids out of there, man. Let's take our kids out of these schools, man. These schools ain't nothing but indoctrination centers where they bringing them in there and they trying to really, they trying to indoctrinate them. They trying to teach them stuff that you don't deem to be satisfactory. They teach them about 2 males and 2 female parents. They teaching them about drag queen story hour. They passing laws where they can give them shots without your permission. Like, it just bring them out of there. Just bring them out of there. Because I'm telling you, this ain't the last that we gonna see of this stuff. This ain't the last that we gonna see in this stuff. And lastly, I just want to get into prophetic prediction. Monkeypox. Monkeypox, from what I understand, is not a monkeypox is not a deadly disease. I don't know if anybody died from it yet. I'm sure somebody died, but when you quantify it over 350 million people, if 100 people died, well, I mean, that'd be sad for the 100 people, but it's not enough people till we gonna change society. We gonna lock down or stuff. But I'm noticing that a lot of different states are now declaring a state of emergency, and New York, New York, California, a couple of other states are now declaring a state of emergency. What does that mean? That means that they are now ramping up and getting ready for the fall/winter time. And we may see a lockdown in the fall/winter time. The farmers are already talking about how the price of things going up is going to affect your dinner table. It's going to affect your bottom line when you go into that grocery store and you buy food and stuff like that. This wintertime is going to get pretty tough. It's going to get pretty tough. And now they're going to be trying to shove a poison death shot in your arm. And right now, as it stands, the monkeypox vaccine is what they would call, the monkeypox shot is a is a classic joint. It ain't no mRNA joint. It's a classic regular shot, but I already looked up. They making the mRNA joints now as we speak. So I would just beg you, and I beseech you to just don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Like, it's really not easy to get monkeypox from what I see. You know, a lot of times that you got to participate in certain behavior. What is that? Sodomite? Yeah, sodomites. So if you ain't on no sodomy, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you can't get it, but that's really like one of the biggest populations where it run around and run rampant. So don't sodomize nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? No sodomy. And you can also just, you know, live your life, stay regular, do what you do normally. You ain't got to change your lifestyle. I mean, you should be a certain type of way anyway. I mean, don't go out and put yourself in no type of danger, but I don't think it's nothing that you really got to worry about. But the media and the news going to tell you that you need to go get this stick, this Fauci or whatever you got to get. And I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. How can we be black? How can we have went through all this stuff in this country? And now the same people that we say that we blame for slavery, the same people that we have actually been saying been killing us in the street, the same people that have been holding us back with redlining, the same people that burnt down Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Black Wall Street. Now we're gonna go to them for health. We're gonna go to them to protect us. You know what I'm saying? It really don't make sense. So I just want to say, man, like, moving forward in this wintertime, when they start ramping up all these news segments and stuff, and they start telling you all this stuff, I'm just saying, man, that at the time, just opt out. You know, thank you. Opt out.
Welcome to the new normal. It's not normal. These days, thinking for yourself, not normal. Media create a constant state of paranoia. Got the world locked down, now we acting like it's normal. Welcome to the new world order. Agenda 2030 got them locking down the border. Mass insurrection, DNA collection. Big tech companies bringing chaos out of order. Bill Gates, vaccinate the black race. SMA snatching your freedoms right in your face. Illegal immigration, N-words getting replaced. New iPhones got you contact trace with GPS tracking. We all from Chicago, just got caught lacking. Supreme Court uses cause they about to start packing. And Dominion vote machines got Hugo Chavez backing.